All right, guys, now section 5 of chapter 11, dividing polynomials. So previously we divided rational expressions. Now we want to divide a polynomial by a monomial and divide a polynomial by a binomial. And you might be thinking, well, didn't we just do that? Yeah, sort of, but we're going to take it a little bit further this time. So we're going to talk about what polynomials, monomial, binomial, something called long division, which you might remember from grade school, but we're going to do with polynomials. Pretty cool stuff. And standard form. So to divide polynomials by a monomial, to divide a polynomial by a monomial, divide each term of the polynomial by the monomial. So if I want to find the quotient, 2x squared plus 16x divided by 2x, I could just set it up as x squared plus 16x all over 2x. And then since it's just over a monomial, it's just divided by a monomial, I can divide each term in the numerator by the monomial. Okay, so I can think of it as 2x squared over 2x and 16x over 2x. The reason is it's kind of like you have an addition problem over top of a common denominator. So I can write it as two separate fractions with common denominators of 2x. And then you just reduce those. So that the 2's would cancel and a factor of x. Here the 16 and the 2 would reduce as well as the x's. And that just simplifies to x plus 8. In this one, you have b squared plus 12b minus 14 divided by 3b. Again, set it up as a quotient, as a rational expression, and then separate it into 3 separate terms. Again, it's like you have an addition and subtraction problem over top of a common denominator. So I can write it as 3 separate fractions with the common denominator of 3b. Then just reduce each one. The factor of b cancels here. A factor of 3 and b cancels here, and there are no common factors in the 14 and 3b, so that just remains the same. And that simplifies to b over 3 plus 4 minus 14 over 3b. Okay, here's a couple for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, we're back. Now, I'm not going to go over each one of these. I'm just going to go over a couple of them. So 1a, you have 3q cubed minus 6q over 3q, which you can think of as 3q cubed over 3q minus 6q over 3q. Now here the 3's cancel, and a factor of q cancels. So that'd be q squared. So you would q squared over 1. Here, factor of 3 cancels and the q's cancels, so it'd just be minus 3. So that simplifies to q squared minus 3. Okay? All right. 1b would simplify to 2t cubed minus 5 over 2 minus 6 over t squared. All right, just give you the answer on that one. 1c, you're going to have 4r to the 6th plus 3r to the 4th minus 2r squared all over 2r. So you think of that as 4r to the 6th over 2r plus 3r to the 4th over 2r minus 2r squared over 4. Here, a common factor of 4 cancels, makes it 2, or common factor of 2, excuse me. Here, the factor of r cancels, making this r to the 5th. Here, factor of r cancels, making this r cubed. Factor of 2 cancels. So you would have 2r to the 5th plus 3r cubed over 2 minus oops, I put a 4 there. I don't know why I put a 4 there. That should be 2r. So factor of 2 and a factor of r cancels, and that gives you minus r. Okay? And then 1d, the final answer would be 3 over 2, 3w over 2 minus 3 over 4w. That's for part D. Okay? All right, pretty cool stuff. All right, that's it for this video on dividing polynomials when you just divide by a monomial. Next, we're going to talk about what happens when you try to divide a polynomial by a binomial. All right?